Hello everyone. Welcome to Nanuya channel. Today, we're tackling a phenomenon that a lot of us have joked about, but might actually be more serious than we think: brain rot. And at the end of the video, there will be some explanations of difficult words or phrase to expand your vocabulary. You know, that feeling when your attention span is shrinking, your thoughts feel scattered, and you can't focus on anything longer than a 30-second video? Yeah, that. So, what exactly is brain rot? Is it just a meme, or is there some real science behind it? And more importantly, can we fix it? Let's get into it. The term brain rot originally comes from internet culture. It's that sensation of mental fog and reduced cognitive function after spending too much time doom scrolling, binge watching, or consuming endless short-form content. But let's be real, it's not just about TikTok or YouTube Shorts, it's our entire digital lifestyle. Now, scientifically speaking, brain rot isn't a medical condition. But what we're really talking about is digital overstimulation, attention fragmentation, and even potential long-term effects on memory and focus. Studies suggest that constantly switching between tasks, like checking notifications while working, can lead to cognitive fatigue and a decline in overall mental efficiency. So why does this happen? Here are a few major culprits. Endless dopamine hits. Every time you scroll and see something new, your brain releases tiny hits of dopamine, reinforcing the habit. Over time, this makes longer, more effortful tasks feel, well, boring. This is the same neurological mechanism behind addictive behaviors, which is why social media platforms are designed to keep you engaged for as long as possible. Information overload. We're constantly bombarded with news, memes, notifications, and updates. Our brains aren't built for this much input, so instead of processing deeply, we skim and forget quickly. Research suggests that consuming excessive amounts of fragmented information reduces our ability to engage in critical thinking and deep reflection. Reduced deep work. The ability to focus on one thing for an extended period is declining. Studies show that our average attention span has decreased significantly over the last couple of decades, dropping from 12 seconds in the early 2000s to just 8 seconds today. This makes it harder to engage in complex problem-solving and sustained creative efforts. Lack of mental downtime. Our brains need rest to process and store information properly. But when was the last time you just sat in silence, without your phone? Studies indicate that moments of intentional boredom, such as staring out the window or taking a walk without distractions, actually boost cognitive function and creativity. To truly understand how brain rot affects us, let's look at some real-life experiences. Alifa, a college student. She noticed that after years of relying on quick study guides and scrolling social media between study sessions, she struggled to retain information. Even reading textbooks felt impossible. She realized her brain had become accustomed to surface-level learning, making deep comprehension a challenge. All right, so what's the actual impact of all this? Memory decline. When we're constantly consuming quick bursts of info, we don't encode memories as well. Short-term memory is highly susceptible to overload, which can interfere with the brain's ability to transfer information to long-term storage. Reduced creativity. Creativity thrives in moments of boredom and deep thinking. But if we're never bored, we don't get that creative boost. Studies have shown that people who take breaks from digital consumption often perform better on problem-solving tasks. Shortened attention span. Finding it harder to read a full book or focus on a single task? You're not alone. The habit of jumping between different stimuli reduces our ability to sustain attention on anything substantial. Increased anxiety and stress. The nonstop influx of information can create a feeling of urgency, making it harder to relax and feel present. Social comparison, Doom scrolling and algorithm-driven news cycles contribute to heightened levels of stress and anxiety. Can we reverse brain rot? The good news? Yes. Here's how. Practice digital detoxing. Set screen time limits, take intentional breaks, and maybe even try a full day without social media. Studies suggest that even brief digital detoxes can lead to improved mood, better sleep, and enhanced cognitive function. Rebuild focus with deep work. Try focusing on one task at a time. The Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes of work, 5-minute break, can help retrain your attention span. Additionally, scheduling specific times for deep work, such as reading, writing, or working on a project without distractions, can help strengthen focus. Read more, scroll less. Reading books or long-form articles trains your brain to process deeper information. Research shows that sustained reading improves comprehension, memory retention, and analytical thinking. Prioritize boredom. It sounds counterintuitive, but giving your brain space to wander can actually boost creativity and cognitive function. Try engaging in activities that allow your mind to drift, like taking a long shower, going for a nature walk, or even just sitting quietly with your thoughts. Mindfulness and meditation. Even 10 minutes a day can help rebuild focus and reduce mental fatigue. Studies show that regular meditation strengthens the prefrontal cortex, the area of the brain responsible for focus, decision-making, and self-regulation. So, are we doomed to brain rot forever? Not at all. While the digital age is here to stay, being mindful of how we interact with technology can make a huge difference. And hey, if you made it to the end of this podcast without checking your phone, congrats! You've already taken a step toward reclaiming your focus. If you found this episode interesting, share it with a friend, leave a review, or let me know your thoughts. Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and don't let the brain rot win. Shrinking in this context means getting smaller or decreasing. The sentence is referring to how people's attention spans are becoming shorter over time, making it harder to focus for extended periods. Scattered in this context means disorganized or unfocused. It describes a state where thoughts are all over the place, making it hard to concentrate or think clearly. Doom scrolling refers to the habit of continuously scrolling through negative news, social media, or other distressing online content, often leading to anxiety and mental exhaustion. It's called doom scrolling because it can feel like an endless cycle of consuming bad news. Attention fragmentation refers to the phenomenon where a person's ability to focus is disrupted due to constant interruptions, multitasking, or switching between different sources of information. It can lead to reduced deep thinking, shorter attention spans, and difficulty retaining information. Let me know if you'd like a more detailed explanation. Neurological mechanism refers to the way the nervous system and brain function to produce a specific behavior or response. In this context, it means that the brain processes behind social media addiction are similar to those involved in other addictive behaviors, such as gambling or substance use. Let me know if you need further clarification.